In this blog, we're going to discuss the concept of having an online community available for our students. I have been really blessed to have taken on using an Edmodo classroom with my 7th graders, but I have to first look at the kinds of things that caused some resistance to it. One thing that we need to consider is the common perception or reputation of what the internet is like. When people talk about the wide open web, they have to become aware of the fact that you can have a closed environment to operate in there when you are working with younger students. When I first proposed having an online classroom to supplement our 7th grade class, many parents did not want their students to participate in this concept. They thought that anything that we did would have their students surfing at things and looking at things that they didn't think were a positive influence on the character of their student, and B, would leave their image, their contributions, their conversations wide open to anyone on the web to see and expose them to the world. And when I explained to them that the environment I was setting up was a closed environment, that it was locked down, that only the students in my class, the parents of those students in my class, and myself would be the ones actually seeing the information or the content that we shared. That helped a lot. People got on board, and we've been having a great time. The other thing is that parents and students both thought of the online environment, once they were open to it, as being strictly a social tool. And they thought, well, you know, he's got a lot of schoolwork to do. He can't spend all his time online chatting with his fellow students. He gets enough social time. He's got to get his schoolwork done. But once they began to interact, some of my most resistant parents now have their students on our Edmodo site creating flashcards, sharing links to things that we've researched, and they're glad that the overwhelming task of researching from that ginormous repository of information called the internet has kind of been narrowed down to a few links that their student can link to get them started. So I would just say that developing an online community starts with communication first, reducing the fear factor of how open the web is, and increasing the concept in people's minds that it can and should be used as not just a social tool, but that Web 2.0 is actually a place where we can have a learning community and participate in educational activities as well while we're all having fun collaborating. Thank you so much for listening. God bless you all.